Mei is by far one of the biggest winners of this patch. Between buffs to most of her special moves and some of her worst matchups getting nerfed, she might actually be a top 5 character now. Just to quickly go over what the actual changes were, her forward jump was buffed to go farther, her 3K now has reduced recovery and more active frames. Her J2H now has that counter where it slows down as a counter and stuff like that. Both of her horizontal dolphins now have less recovery on hits and on block, and they finally decided to buff our beach ball by giving it a lasting hitbox after it's out. I think the most important change overall is that our fast dolphin has gone from -5 on block to -3 on block. As an example of why this is so good, now we can use a 2K to hit Kai out of his 2S if he tries to attack with it during Dolphin RPS, and we'll get a full counter hit combo by going to 2K into 6H into a full fucking combo. It's actually really cool, and against Mei, you can just do 5P and it'll counter hits like everything, a bit of a trade sometimes. It's gonna be really crazy, we haven't fully landed out, but there's a lot of info in the Yomi core for this one, so join up and you'll have a cool document you can look through to see what the changes are here. And when you actually land with a dolphin now, you're going to be 0 on hits, so if you press 5K and you press any slash, a heavy slash button, you're pretty much going to beat them out and get a full counter hit combo. And they're forced to press the heavy or medium here to even reach you, right? So it's worthwhile to press 5K, although you still gotta pay 6P sometimes. Our heavy slash dolphin is now +7 on block, up from +5. The main change here is that you can now do a dash 5P to frame trap even 3 frames, but generally you just have more time to dash in their face and set up a 2K or a close slash, because before there are some things they can do to mash out of it, and some more frame traps weren't that good. It's gonna be a pretty okay change, but I wouldn't recommend spamming heavy slash dolphin, even with the buffs. Now the main change you've all been waiting for is the beach ball changes. We're still experimenting on how you can actually use them, but Corey has found some really cool setups that are very ambiguous left versus right type things. And people have been experimenting with resets as well, the Yomi cord. For example, just ending your combos and using a meaty beach ball early to like trap them down. And there's quite a few setups you can use where they'll be forced to block the meaty hit of the beach ball. Make it do a fully charged 6H to crank up their risk and stuff like that. They're forced to block with newly buffed heavy slash dolphin. There's some cool stuff you can do with it. It's a new thing in our repertoire, if anything. It's going to be interesting. We're going to be lapping it out more. So if you have any cool setups so far, just leave it in the comments and I'll try it out and see if it's worth reporting on. Although there are still some significant problems with the move, like you can punch right through it, it has no hitbox, like I don't know, fucking priority, and it's just slow and it's still a little laggy. There's still work to be done, but it's in the right direction. I can't complain, to be honest. There was a system-wide change that's going to affect Mei, but it's for everybody, so that's okay. But her damage is getting reduced on every starter that isn't a close slash. Looking at the optimal combos, which I recommend watching the video in the top right corner, but she's losing about 30 damage on optimal 2H and 6H combos in the corner, but her close slash damage stays about the same, but her 5K damage is reduced and I believe 5P damage too. But yeah, now she's going to be doing a bit less damage, but she did absurd damage anyway, so I don't know, man, I can live with it with these changes. But that is all we got today. Make sure to subscribe and have a great day.